Imagine a world where sleep is no longer a part of our lives. The very concept of drifting off into unconsciousness, of surrendering to dreams, and the restorative embrace of slumber is rendered obsolete. What would our days look like? How would our minds and bodies adapt? The implications of such a reality would ripple through every aspect of human existence. At first, the excitement of endless wakefulness might seem exhilarating. No longer would we be beholden to the constraints of a nightly routine. The hours once devoted to sleep could be repurposed for productivity, creativity, or leisure. We could read every book on our shelves, finish every project we've started, and explore every hobby we've neglected. The prospect of unbroken time would ignite the imaginations of many, leading to a renaissance of innovation and exploration. Artists would create masterpieces, scientists would unravel the mysteries of the universe, and entrepreneurs would launch startups at an unprecedented pace. Yet, as the novelty of this new existence wears off, the darker implications of perpetual wakefulness would begin to surface. The human body is not designed for such relentless activity. Sleep is a biological necessity, a fundamental process that allows our minds and bodies to recover, repair, and rejuvenate. Without it, we would quickly find ourselves in a state of chronic fatigue, our cognitive functions deteriorating. Memory retention would falter, decision-making would become impaired, and our emotional resilience would wane. The once vibrant tapestry of human thought and creativity would fray as fatigue sets in and the mind begins to unravel. Social interactions would also undergo a profound transformation. In a world without sleep, our relationships would shift drastically. The shared experience of bedtime rituals, the intimate moments of vulnerability that come with resting beside one another would vanish. The simple act of curling up with a loved one, whispering secrets in the dark, and finding comfort in the stillness of night would be replaced with a constant hum of activity. Friendships might evolve into mere transactions, as the depth of connection that often flourishes during quiet, shared moments dissipates. Moreover, the absence of sleep would lead to a society increasingly fractured by the effects of sleep deprivation. The lack of restorative rest would exacerbate mental health issues, leading to a surge in anxiety, depression, and irritability. The delicate balance of our emotional well-being would tilt, and the world would become a much harsher place. People would become more easily agitated, conflicts would arise more frequently, and the simple act of coexistence would become a challenge. The workplace would also be unrecognizable. While some might thrive in a non-stop environment, others would struggle to keep pace. The pressure to constantly produce would create an atmosphere of competition and burnout, as individuals grapple with the expectation to remain perpetually engaged. The lines between work and personal life would blur, leading to an epidemic of overwork and exhaustion. The concept of leisure would shift from relaxation to an endless pursuit of productivity, leaving little room for genuine enjoyment or fulfillment. In the absence of sleep, our bodies would also begin to change. The circadian rhythms that govern our biological processes would be thrown into disarray. Hormonal imbalances would become commonplace, affecting everything from metabolism to immune function. Health issues would proliferate, as the body's ability to heal and regenerate falters. Chronic illnesses would rise, and the healthcare system would be overwhelmed by the consequences of a society that has forgotten how to rest. As the days stretch on without the reprieve of night, the allure of escapism would take on new forms. With no dreams to explore, people might seek alternative means of distraction. The rise of virtual reality, immersive experiences, and artificial environments could become the new sleep, as individuals attempt to simulate the restorative effects of slumber. However, these substitutes would likely fall short, leaving a void that no amount of stimulation could fill. Culturally, the absence of sleep would reshape our narratives and myths. Stories that once revolved around the beauty and mystery of dreams would be replaced with tales of endless wakefulness and the toll it takes on the human spirit. Literature, art, and music would reflect a society grappling with the consequences of its own design, exploring the depths of exhaustion and the longing for rest. The themes of struggle and resilience would be prevalent, but the lightness of inspiration would be overshadowed by a pervasive sense of weariness. As the years stretch into decades, the landscape of humanity would shift dramatically. The initial excitement of a sleepless existence would give way to a collective yearning for the very thing we had lost. The desire for rest would become a whispered dream, a memory of what it felt like to surrender to the night. There would be a growing movement, a longing for the return of sleep, as people seek to reclaim their humanity amidst the chaos of constant wakefulness. In this imagined world, the question would arise, what does it mean to be human? Is it our ability to create, to innovate, to push the boundaries of possibility? Or is it the capacity for rest, for reflection, for connection? The balance between wakefulness and sleep is what has allowed us to thrive as a species. The beauty of life lies not just in our productivity, but in the moments of stillness, the quiet reflection, and the dreams that inspire us to reach for more. Ultimately, the prospect of never sleeping again serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of a balance in our lives. It is in the interplay of wakefulness and rest that we find our strength, our creativity, and our humanity. Without sleep, we risk losing the very essence of what it means to be alive.